Hello and welcome to Gold and Silver Assets. It's Sunday the 27th of October 2019. So at the moment gold seems to be quite indecisive. So what's going on here? Let's start with the weekly scale of gold US dollar. Now if we look back to the middle of last year, price surged up and blasted through this multi-year overhead resistance level, and price just blasted through this, and so it's no surprise that it very decisively bounced off this 1560 level, and this was because of this long-standing overhead resistance over here. So it's no surprise that price has stalled a little bit at the moment. But of course, we can't expect price to continue to blast through there on the first attempt, with the exception of course, if there's any geopolitical events. What we would want to see is either a consolidation or a pullback before it makes further attempts to go up through this level. And it's a bit like if you think of doing a long jump, so you're going to be able to jump much further if you take a run up compared to if you run from a standing still. And so in a similar vein here, we would hope that if price pulls back, that will give it the energy to be able to push through this level. So let's look at gold on the daily scale. And last week we talked about this potential bull flag that was forming, but remember we've got resistance over here at 1560. And what happened throughout the week was that gold bounced actually off this lower trend line and appeared to break out on the upper trend line, but then price was rapidly slapped down, and so price still remains on or below that trend line here. So this is not really a convincing breakout, and I don't think that this bull flag has been confirmed yet. So we'll need to see what happens next week. And we've got these two lines here that we need to watch and see where price goes. Now, there is another possibility that instead of a bull flag, we've got a new pattern forming, and that's this ascending triangle here. If this is the case, then normally price breaks out around 62-63% along the way of the triangle, and so that would bring us to the end of the first week of November. The direction of the breakout would be uncertain at this stage, and so we'd need to watch these two lines. So the crucial line here is the $1,520 price for an upward breakout. I'm still erring towards the downside, but this will basically all depend on what happens in the next week or so. Basically, we've got a couple of important events. So we've got the FOMC meeting coming up, as well as the Brexit deadline next week, and that may well help direct the direction of price action in the coming weeks. So at the moment we're still in a bit of a trading range, and it's very undecided, so it's a very difficult market to trade at the moment, so we'll just have to keep watching those levels. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.